A very good morning to each and everyone present here today. A warm welcome to one and all for the 18th Convocation Ceremony 2023. A much awaited moment for all the distinguished guests here, the students and their parents. May I request everyone for a loud round of applause once more as we welcome our distinguished guests for today. As we start with the evening's proceedings, we first begin with the interns' march as they walk in with great pride, led by our beloved principal, Dr. Ramandeep Dugal ma'am. I request our interns to please gather. Parents, allow for the graduating interns, batch of 2023. Interns. As we start today's functions, respected chief guest for today, Professor Dr. Milind Nikum, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nashik. Our guest of honor, Dr. Vibha Hegde, Honorable Dean, Dean of Faculty, MUHS Nashik. Shri Dr. P.A. Inamdar, President MC Society and Chancellor P.A. Inamdar University, Mrs. Abeda P. Inamdar, Vice President MC Society, Dr. Ramandeep Dugal, Principal MARDC, Dr. Salika Sheikh, Vice Principal MARDC, Registrar Mrs. Zubairi, heads of various institutes, heads of all our departments, distinguished guests, proud parents, dear friends, and of course our luminaries for today, dear interns. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all for this 18th convocation ceremony marking the graduation day. A proud moment indeed for all present here today. Convocation, it marks the culmination of your academic courses and dreams, a point where one journey ends and another begins. And what better way to complete it in the presence of educationists and leaders, especially from the parent university which awards your degree. Pursuing healthcare is becoming increasingly competitive and tough today. As you graduate, this journey may be the final one for some, or a pathway towards a more treacherous one for most others. A simple take-home message: education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. So, education gives you wings to fly. Behold all, the future is coming, and I'm sure it is amazing for all of you. At this juncture, I, on behalf of the entire management and staff of M.A. Rangunwala Dental College, would like to wish all the young doctors-to-be all the best for a brilliant academic career ahead and zeal for scaling great heights in their future lives. The theme for today incorporates maroon and gold for the dignitaries, symbolizing nothing else but royalty. That's what they are. And the color teal for the graduating batch of interns, which is an amalgamation of two powerful colors, blue and green, combining to form a sober color symbolizing decency, renovation, clarity, and open thinking. Their robes are adorned with sashes, moon white in color. With the launch of Chandrayaan, moon white symbolizes also purity of medical profession and professional ethics. India is on the moon today. We have our national pride placed on the moon. This is today's India, which is fearless and relentless. It symbolizes the pulse of the new generation of doctors-to-be, each one unique and brimming with potential. So welcome you all once again for this august occasion. An auspicious beginning, a heady start, and bountiful blessings is what we need to usher in such an august occasion. We would now like to invoke the blessings of the Almighty and pray for the overall well-being of this conglomeration. I would like to invite Mr. Hamza from first year to recite the religious prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Thank you, Hamza. Moving ahead, days are not lost when memories are created. Welcome to our video, 2 decades and more of sequential and exponential growth, a journey of evolution and transformation via innovation. Visionary mindset and education for almost more than 2,000 students, a rich alumni network spread across the globe, featuring an institute with a progressive edge. we now present glimpses of several glorious years of this prestigious institute, a magnificent journey from inception, creation, lessons learned to manifold expansion. We firmly believe that it is our people, along with their unrelenting pursuit of excellence, that have been the driving force behind this remarkable journey. So that was MERDC for all of you. I now call upon Sachi Wadekar from second year to showcase a Bharatnatyam dance form and Indian classical dedication for wisdom and education.
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा
सूरनिरागसा गणपति सूरनिरागस शुभनयना करुणामय गौरीधर श्री वरद विनायक शुभनयना करुणामय गौरीधर श्री वरद विनायक ओंकार गणपती ओंकार गणपती अधिपति सुखपति छंदपति गंधपति लीन निरंतर लीन निरंतर सूर निरागस सूर निरागस गणपति सूर निरागस
Thank you, Sachi. I now call upon the dignitaries on the dais to come forward and light the auspicious lamp. I request the dignitaries to please come on stage. To the next is a
a young graduate Hegde, beginning of a new chapter in their call to mind the past that has brought our graduates to this most those who made this truly possible. I would like to honor the families and friends of class of 2023 with a big round of applause. Let's also honor the faculty of Rangoonwala Dental College who had made this their responsibility to educate and teach you the intricacies of dentistry. They have offered you the best, and in the process they have altered the horizons in which you shall sail forward into your life. Let us thank them also. We must also take this moment to thank all those members of Rangoonwala community who have worked hard to make your time amongst us comfortable and secure. They have done your knick-knack jobs, helped you with your forms, maintained your departments and college, and performed many other services of which you might or might not be aware. A special thank to our administrative staff, account and library staff who have taken care of our graduate and students all through their career here. And above all, we must give a big round of applause for our management, especially our Honorable President Dr. Shri P.A. Inamdar and Vice President Mrs. Abida P. Inamdar ma'am, who have been there for us throughout, are pillars of strength. It's because of their untiring efforts that this day has been worth celebrating. Today is a milestone. It tells you how far you have come. Keep learning, keep accomplishing, and keep venturing on through the journey. Graduation is the same thing as taking the first step as a child. It is only the beginning of new challenges. Here, you should follow the example of a turtle. For it to move, it has to stick its neck out. There are going to be times in life when you will have to stick your neck out instead of hiding in the shell and meet the challenges head on. We may live in the age of instant messaging, instant gratification and Instagram, but there is no short circuit to the path of success. It's only the hard work. I conclude this with a verse from a poem by unknown writer which seems apt for this occasion. For every ending there's a new beginning, for every memory there's a dream ahead. The happy times you have had so far, the people you have met will always be the part of life you'll never quite forget, but even better, brighter days are waiting just for you. So dream your dreams and start it now to make them all come true. May God continue to bless you today and always. Happy graduation. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Head of the Department Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, to extend a warm welcome and felicitate our chief guest, the illustrious Dr. Milind Nikum Sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences. Let's have a very big round of applause for our esteemed chief guest. May I also request Dr. Bhattacharya Sir to join us for the honors. Of a traditional shawl of Tanta and a memento as a token with your presence, and I thank everyone here for the honor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at a distinguished moment in our ceremony, the felicitation of our esteemed guests of honor. Allow me to extend a gracious invitation to Dr. Renuka Nagrali, the Head of Department of Public Health Dentistry, and Dr. Amisha, a Professor in the Department of Oral Pathology and Microbiology, to warmly welcome and felicitate our guest of honor, the very eminent Dr. Vibha Hegde Ma'am, the Dean of Faculty at the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nasik. Let's welcome them with a very big round of applause. Dr. Sameer Jadhav, Professor, Department of Conservative Dentistry and Endodontics on the dais. This auspicious occasion is marked by the presentation of a traditional shawl, a planter of gratitude and a memento as token of our deepest respect and appreciation. Your presence, and we thank you for blessing us with your wisdom and guidance. Thank you so much once again. And now it's time to honor a stalwart, a guiding light, a true visionary of our institution. I would like to call upon Dr. Vinod, Head of the Department of Oral Medicine and Radiology, and Dr. Yusuf Chunawala, Head of the Department Pedodontics, to step forward and bestow the honor of felicitation upon our very own Shri Dr. P.A. Inamdar Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now prepared to put our hands together to honor a distinguished leader and an integral part of our institution. I would like to extend a warm invitation to Dr. Smita Masani, Professor, Department of Prosthodontics, and Dr. Srilata, Professor, Department of Conservative Dentistry and Endodontics, to join us in felicitating Abeda Ma'am, our esteemed Vice President of the MCE Society. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ma'am with a very big round of applause. It's a privilege to have amongst us today a distinguished individual whose presence graces this occasion with great honor and significance. To provide us with insight into the remarkable achievements and the illustrious career of our chief guest, Dr. Milind Nikum sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, I would like to invite someone who is well acquainted with his outstanding contributions to our field. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Salika Sheikh, the Vice Principal of MARTC, who will introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Milind Nikum sir. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, esteemed guests, dignitaries on and off the dais, heads of the institutes, heads of departments, staff, parents and my dear students. Heartiest congratulations to all the graduating students and the proud parents. It's very rewarding as faculty to see all the glowing faces in the robes, graduating robes and hats. Today is a milestone in your lives where you all are at the threshold of a new chapter filled with challenges. It is hence befitting that we have amongst us as the chief guest the Pro Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nashik, Honorable Professor Dr. Milind Nikum, who is an exemplary and inspiring role model to share his thoughts and advice with you. Professor Dr. Milind Nikum completed his graduation and subsequently post-graduation in Rachana Sharir from Shivaji University of Kolhapur. He is an educationist at heart and has more than 22 years of teaching experience. He is a postgraduate teacher as well as a PhD guide. Sir has taught in various private and government Ayurveda colleges and has 26 national and international research publications to his credit. Apart from teaching, Sir has also been active in administration and has headed the Rachana Sharir department and held the post of Dean of Government Ayurveda College. He has worked in various positions of responsibility in Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nashik. He has been a member of the Central Council of Indian Medicine in New Delhi. He has also been a nodal officer in Maha Arogya Shibir for Government of Maharashtra and Aishe of Government Ayurveda College, Osmanabad and Government Ayurveda College, Jalgaon, before taking on the mantle of the Pro Vice Chancellor in MUHS Nashik in 2022. As a Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir has gained a reputation of being very proactive and approachable with all the colleges that fall under MUHS. On a personal note, we have seen that whenever our college and management has approached Sir for any university-related issues, he has gone out of his way to be helpful and work towards solving the issues. I could go on talking about Sir's innumerable traits and talents, including his humility and his grounded nature and his culinary skills. In fact, we had the good fortune of having some cooking tips also from Sir last night. Sir has, but because of shortage of time, as Sir has to attend an important meeting in Mantralaya in Mumbai, I'll have to cut short his achievements because then we will run short of time. So, Sir, we are honored to have you amongst us. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Professor Milind Nikum.
Thank you, ma'am. We welcome Dr. Milind Nikum sir, the highest governing body of medical education and practices in the state and the parent university, guardian and giver of the very degree for which they stand here today. Sir, we are truly privileged to have you invite to address this gathering and provide an enthralling insight into the nitty-gritties of the medical and dental education. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Dignitaries on the dais, Mr. P.A. Namdar, President as well as Chancellor of P.A. Namdar University, Mrs. Abida Inamdar, Vice President of AMI Society, my Dean Faculty Dental, Dr. Vibha Hegde ma'am, your Vice Principal Sanika Sheikh, Principal ma'am, that is Ramandeep Dugal ma'am, I sincerely congratulate to all this August gathering who are here for the 18th convocation ceremony. Also, the teachers, HODs of M.A. Rangunwala Dental College and the students and their parents. I first of all congratulate Dr. P.A. Nanda sir to honoring me and inviting me as a chief guest to your college. I will be comfortable in speaking in Marathi because all the parents are here, so that's why I would like to speak in my regional language. सर्वप्रथम महाराष्ट्र आरोग्य विज्ञान विद्यापीठ या एस्टीम युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये ॲज अ प्रो वाईस चान्सलर जरी असलो तरी मी एक तुमच्यातलाच एक टीचर आहे आणि मला माझ्या टीचरबद्दल त्यांचं कौतुक करणं किंवा त्यांना हेल्प करणं हे जास्त आवडतं, जेणेकरून पुढे मी आज जरी इथे 3 वर्ष किंवा 5 वर्ष असेल तरी पुढे मला त्यांच्यासोबतच राहायचं आहे आणि हे विसरून कधी चालणार नाही की तुम्ही सर्वजण या ठिकाणी एवढ्या चांगल्या इन्स्टिट्यूट्समध्ये खेळीमेळीने राहतायत आणि प्रत्येकजण एक घरोबा करून राहिलेले आहात. त्याबद्दल मी इनामदार सरांचं एक कौतुक करेन की त्यांचा सर्व स्टाफ हा एकदम घरातल्या एक कुटुंब असल्यासारखं आहे. तुमच्या प्रिन्सिपल मॅम या एकदम होलिस्टिक नेचर आणि त्यांचं आदरातिथ्य पाहून मी त्यांनाही एक नमस्कार करतो. धन्यवाद मॅम. या आणि सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं जे आहे, आता ही जी डिग्री जी काही तुम्हाला प्राप्त झालेली आहे, सो दिस इज द स्टार्ट ऑफ युअर करिअर. फक्त MDS BDS करून तुम्ही फक्त थांबू नका. आता इथून पुढचं तुमचं जे काही करिअर आहे ते तुमचं उज्ज्वल भविष्य घडवण्यासाठी आहे. विद्यापीठ या स्तरावरती तुम्हाला बऱ्याचशा डिग्रीज ऑफर करताय, जेणेकरून फक्त MDS झालं पाहिजे असं नाही आहे. तर आपण विद्यापीठामध्ये बरेचसे पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट कोर्सेस करतोय. आता नवीनच आपण इंटिग्रेटेड फॅमिली फिजिशियन कोर्स सुरू करतोय, ज्याच्यामध्ये ग्रॅज्युएट ऑफ एनी सोसायटी कुठल्याही फील्डमधला जे काही असेल त्याला ते PG इन फॅमिली मेडिसिन करता येईल, जेणेकरून भविष्यामध्ये जी काही एक डॉक्टरची प्रतिमा होती तो एक प्रोफेशनल नसून तो एक समाजाला सेवा करणारा आणि सेवाभावी दूत आहे. या दृष्टीने आपण त्याचा विचार करत आहोत. आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे की कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटलमध्ये काय होतं. नुकताच जो काही COVID-19 झाला त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्यांना माहिती असेल की तळागाळाला गेलेले हॉस्पिटलसुद्धा आज चमकत आहे, कारण जास्तीत जास्त त्या ठिकाणी आर्थिक हानी ही जरी आपली झाली असेल तर इथून पुढे एक डॉक्टर म्हणून तुम्ही समाजाला काहीतरी देणं लागतं आणि त्या देण्यातून तुम्ही गरीब गरजू रुग्णांना कायम मदत करत राहा. ज्यांच्याकडे पैसे नाही आहेत म्हणून त्यांच्या ट्रीटमेंट आपण कधी दुसऱ्या पॅथीमध्ये गेलो असतो, दुसऱ्या डिसिप्लिनमध्ये गेलो असतो, तर त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला एक काम करण्याची इच्छा असेल, निर्माण करण्याची इच्छा असेल, इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च करण्याची इच्छा असेल, त्या ठिकाणी सुद्धा आपण सहभाग घेऊ शकतात. आणि या माध्यमातून सर्वांना एकजुटाने वन नेशन वन हेल्थ या आपल्या जिथे पॉलिसी आता आदरणीय जास्त प्रयत्न करते आहे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. कारण इतर काळजीमध्ये थोडासा रिसर्च मागे जरी असला तरी आत्ताच एक मेडिकल फॅक्टरीचा वर्कशॉप मी अटेंड केला. त्या ठिकाणी इन्क्युबेशन आणि इनोव्हेशन यासाठी नवीन नवीन जे स्टार्टअप केले जात आहेत तुमच्यामध्ये नवीन इनोव्हेशन घडतं आहे. हे इनोव्हेशन तुम्ही सातत्याने घडवा आणि तुमच्या प्रांतीला जास्तीत जास्त सपोर्ट करा जेणेकरून पुढे जाऊन आपण आपलं जे काही करिअर असेल ते तुमच्या नावावर पाणी येऊ द्या. तुमच्या नावाने स्टुडंट आणि त्यांच्या रजिस्ट्रेशन करा जेणेकरून तुमचं फक्त शिक्षण हे चिकित्सेसाठी नसून तर एक रिसर्चसाठी पण असावं. हे सुद्धा मी या ठिकाणी माझं या ठिकाणी थांबवतो. धन्यवाद. आणि मला ते आपण
and the one who stands for all of us. May I call upon Dr. Iqbal Musani, Professor, Department of Pediatric Dentistry and Preventive Dentistry, to introduce our most respected Shri Dr. P.A. Inamdar sir. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. It's a difficult task to read Sir's biodata. I'm going to make my most or my best efforts to do that. Pir Pasha Hussaini Abdul Razak Inamdar. Our beloved P.A. Inamdar sir is one of the senior most and well-respected minority leaders in the country. Born on the 28th of December 1945 in Mumbai, Sir completed his educational qualifications, a bachelor's in arts with an honors degree from the Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Sir is a multifaceted personality and has a great zest for life. He wears different hats, that of a promoter, a builder, a businessman, a banker, an agriculturist, an educationist, a philanthropist. Sir is a student of comparative religion and a powerful orator and indeed a lifelong learner. His goal is to serve the poor and to change the youth of the country, especially the Muslim community, by giving them wings of education. Sir's mantra, educate the girl child and you will be changing the families and generations to come. Sir is the president of the Ahura Builders Pune, Tain Constructions, Bradbury Hotels India and UK, Ahura Technologies India, Tain Technologies Romania, and the list just goes on. In the banking sector, Sir is the convener of Assistance Education Program in India, an initiative of the Islamic Development Bank, Jeddah. Sir in the field of education is the president of the Maharashtra Medical Education and Research Center, the PA Inamdar Education Trust, the Federation of Linguistic and Religious Minorities Educational Institutions, Mumbai, President Everest Education Trust, Chairman Crescent India Medical Education Trust, Chairman Pune Oriental Education Trust. Sir also is the Vice President of the Confederation of Minority Educational Institutes of India. Sir is the Secretary of the Golden Jubilee Education Trust. Significantly, Sir is also the member of the National Monitoring Committee for Minorities Education, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, New Delhi, and the list goes on. Sir also is the Executive Vice President of Maulana Azad Foundation, New Delhi. He is the ex-member of the Maharashtra State Minorities Commission, Mumbai. Despite having no formal qualification in law, Sir is very well read in the subject. He is sought after by leaders of educational institutions, businessmen, builders, and politicians for guidance in the law pertaining to establishment and administration of educational institutions, rights of religious and linguistic minority institutions, laws pertaining to the rights of socially and educationally backward classes, laws relating to the cooperative banking sector, the Cooperative Societies Act, and I'm sure his favorite, the Land Revenue Code, the Urban Land Sealing and Regulation and Town Planning Act. Sir actually is responsible for bringing 60 Muslim communities in the official government list of the OBCs, thereby creating opportunities for thousands and lakhs of Muslim youths in government employment and education reservations. As the chairman of the Muslim Cooperative Bank, Sir has been instrumental in increasing the deposits from a mere 6 crores to 400 crores and counting. He has also added 20 branches to the Muslim Cooperative Bank, increasing the strength from 4 to 24. The Azam campus, where we sit here today, was once an abandoned, uncared property with 2 primary schools and 2 secondary schools on the fringe areas, and the other part was illegally occupied, and there were unlawful activities which were going on over there. Sir and Madam, with their determination, grit, this beautiful place in the heart of the city and have transformed this into the present day Azam campus, which now houses 27 educational institutions with 9 professional colleges, serving 27,000 students, their families, and indeed generations to come. In June 2022, the Government of Maharashtra Higher and Technical Education Department, the Mantralaya, Mumbai, through an act of law, granted permission for the establishment, incorporation, and regulation of Dr. P.A. Inamdar University, Pune. Indeed, a great achievement. How did this happen? Once, a youth with rupees 15 in his pocket came to Pune from Bijapur. Most of us in this hall were not even born at that point of time. The eldest amongst 13 siblings, Sir also had the responsibility of his family. With his determination, hard work, the knack of identifying opportunities, and the risk-taking qualities,
and also tell you so many new things which are in offhand. And I must thank for all these things that encourages our students. And I will also like to tell you, अभी जो मेरे बारे में इतनी बातें की गई वो कम से कम सच्ची हैं ऐसा समझ के आप काम करते रहें। होती रहती हैं। इन्हें काम करने के लिए अगर आपको अलग अलग तरीके से मुश्किल का भी सामना पड़ा, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपने सरेंडर कर देना है। नो, क्योंकि आपके इरादे अगर अच्छे हैं तो उसके रिज़ल्ट कभी ख़राब नहीं हो सकते। तो हम लोगों ने इस तरीके से इन चीज़ों को लाया है। यहाँ पे आप जानते हैं कि हमारे पास सिर्फ 2 प्राइमरी स्कूल थे और वो भी इधर थे, और जहाँ पर हम इतने बड़े पैमाने पे सब कर चुके वहाँ हम जा नहीं सकते थे, क्योंकि वहाँ पे दरोडेखोर बैठे रहते थे। रियल सेंस। मिसेस इनामदार और मैंने मिलाकर, उन्होंने मेरी गन मेरे हाथ में दी और कहा फायर करो, तो अच्छा हो गया मैंने इधर उधर नहीं फायर किया, ऊपर फायर किया, और इसके वजह से वो सब लोग भाग के चले गए और आज तक वापस नहीं आए हुए हैं। और वहाँ पर आप जैसे नॉलेजेबल लोग, हार्ड वर्किंग लोग, गाइडेंस देने वाले लोग और अपना वक्त लगाकर बच्चों को बेहतरीन तरीके से पढ़ाने वाले लोग आज यहाँ पे जब बैठे हैं, तो हम क्या चाहते थे? यही तो चाहते थे, और वही हम कर पाए। इसका जो कुछ भी जिसको कहते हैं रिजल्ट है, वो आप लोगों के सर पे आता है, क्योंकि आपने इन बच्चों को कितने टर्म अभी हो चुके हैं, 18, 19, 20 भी हो जाएंगे, और हम लोग 99% गरीब लोगों को ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं, बिल्कुल गरीब लोगों को। और उसके वजह से 2 फायदे हुए। गरीब लोगों को कोई नहीं पूछता था तो उनको पूछने वाले बन गए। दूसरा, पेशेंट इतने बढ़ गए कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को जो ट्रीटमेंट लगती थी वो, और उसमें ट्रेनिंग लगती थी, वो फ्री में मिलने लग गई। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हमारे टीचर नहीं पढ़ाते थे, लेकिन पेशेंट जी अगर नहीं है तो क्या करते थे। और हम क्या चाह रहे हैं कि इस कैंपस से जो कुछ भी काम हो रहा है उसको आगे बढ़ाने का काम आप लोग कीजिए, कि जिसके वजह से ख़ास करके लड़कियों की तालीम। और एक बात मैं हमेशा करता हूँ और करता आया हूँ, और हमारे पास इंस्ट्रक्शन भी दे दिए हैं, छोटी बच्चियों के हाथ में मोबाइल मत दो। छोटी बच्चियों के हाथ में मोबाइल मत दो, उसके लिए मूवमेंट करो, पंक्ता तो ज़रूर पड़ी तो, क्योंकि बहुत रिएक्शन जो है बहुत डेंजरस हो रही है, और वो होना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चियों की तालीम हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी है। हमारे कैंपस का एक ये भी फिलॉसफी है कि जिस घर में माँ तालीम याफ्ता है वो घर कभी पीछे नहीं हो सकता। हमको तालीम याफ्ता की माँ की ज़रूरत है, और हम वो कर रहे हैं, और उसके रिजल्ट आप देख भी रहे हैं। यहाँ पे कितने कॉलेजेस हैं, कितने अलग अलग कोर्सेस हैं, और मिसेस इनामदार यहाँ पे बैठी हुई है, उन्होंने यहाँ पर अपना सोना बीना जो था गिरवी रख के या बेचकर शुरू में पैसे हमारे को दिए हुए हैं, शुरू में। और शी इज़ रिटायर्ड IAS ऑफिसर, ऐसा भी नहीं कि ऑर्डिनरी थी, लेकिन एजुकेशन के लिए उन्होंने रिज़ाइन कर दिया। और ये सारी चीज़ों का आखिरी में क्या, हज़ारों बच्चे यहाँ पर पढ़ रहे हैं, सभी कम्युनिटी के बच्चे हैं। यहाँ पे जात पात कुछ नहीं है। हमारे पास 32 इंस्टीट्यूशन है, याद रखिए, और 27 इंस्टीट्यूशन का प्रिंसिपल मुस्लिम नहीं है, क्योंकि हम उस पर बिलीव ही नहीं करता मैं। जो अच्छे हैं वो हमारे हैं, जो बेहतरीन पढ़ाने वाले हैं वो हमारे हैं, और यही हमारे मुल्क की फिलॉसफी है। भारत 1 नंबर पे क्यों जा रहा है? जात पात प्रांत भेद अगर हम करने लग जाएंगे तो हम किधर भी नहीं जाएंगे। तो वही फिलॉसफी को इम्प्लीमेंट करना है और आने वाले दिनों में 142 करोड़ हमारे जो भाई हैं हिंदुस्तान में, भारत में, वो सब लोग दुनिया को जीतने का काम करेंगे, इसके बारे में मुझे कोई डाउट नहीं है। अभी सर ने जो जो बातें कही, जो जो अलग अलग तरीके से, किस तरीके से नई नई चीज़ें आ रही है कहीं, और आप और हमारी दावत के ऊपर सर यहाँ पर आए, मैं उनका दिली मुबारकबाद भी देता हूँ और मैं उनका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। मुझे मालूम है उनका तरीक़ेकार एक ही है, जितना हो सके उतना काम को पॉजिटिव तरीके से करके देना है, और ये फिलॉसफी अगर हम आगे बढ़ाते हैं तो हम और भी कुछ कुछ करके बता सकेंगे। मैं समझता हूँ मैंने बहुत कुछ आपके सामने रखा है, फिर भी आप सब लोगों का मैं शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, और मेरे यहाँ पर आए हुए सैकड़ों से जो बच्चे हैं जो आज के लास्ट, अब उनका फंक्शन यहाँ पर आज हो रहा है, आने वाले दिनों में वो सिक्सर मारेंगे, और आप जानते हैं वो कौन सा सिक्सर मारेंगे? 12 रन वाला सिक्सर मारेंगे, 6 रन वाला नहीं मारेंगे, क्योंकि उन्होंने हार्ड वर्क कितना किया है, इस फंक्शन को एक जगह लाने के लिए कितनी चीज़ों का भागदौड़ की है उसको मैं जानता हूं, और हंसी खुशी में आज का ये दिन हो रहा है, इसके लिए उनको भी मुबारकबाद देता हूं। जय हिंद।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for blessing this institution. A leader who not only knows the way, but also goes the way and shows the way. Thank you so much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor for today's event, Dr. Vibha Hegde ma'am, the Dean of Faculty at Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, has made significant strides in the field of dentistry and education. Ma'am's illustrious career and wealth of experience have undoubtedly enriched her with insights that will be invaluable to our aspiring dental professionals. Her presence here today adds a touch of elegance and distinction to our event, and her participation has brought immense value to our cause. So to provide us with an overview of her remarkable journey, we have Dr. Ajit Kalia, Head of the Department Orthodontics, to do the honors. So let's have a big round of applause.
Warm good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of M.A. Rangunwala College of Dental Sciences and Research Center, it's indeed a pleasure and an honor to welcome the guest of honor, Professor Dr. Vibha Hegde Madam. Professor Dr. Vibha Hegde is currently the Dean Faculty of Dentistry, Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nasik. She is a Senate member and is also the member of Academic Council. An astute clinician and at-par academician, Madam has an illustrious career spanning more than 25 years. She is currently the Professor and Chair at the Department of Conservative Dentistry and Endodontics at YMTA Dental College, Navi Mumbai. Madam completed her BDS in 1994 and MDS in 1996 from the prestigious KLE Institute of Dental Sciences, Belgaum. She is the Fellow of Micro-Restorative Dentistry and Endodontics by Indian Board of Restorative Dentistry since 2018. Madam also holds the Diploma of Society of Oral Laser Application in Lasers from Vienna. She was honored with the Diplomate status of Indian Board of Endodontics by Indian Board of Endodontics in the year 2021. This honor was presented to her by a renowned endodontist, Professor James Gutman. Besides being a PhD guide and a postgraduate teacher, Madam is the Chief Coordinator and mentor of several fellowship programs in the field of endodontics. She is the immediate past president of IACDE. She has also served in the capacity of a vice president for IACDE. Dr. Vibha Hegde is on the editorial board of Journal of Oral Health and Community Dentistry. Besides being an excellent clinician and at par academician, she has amazing organizing skills. She has organized various national conferences and various PG conventions. To tell you, one of them is the 34th ISCDE, which was organized in Navi Mumbai in the year 2019. Dr. Vibha Hegde was the president of ISCDE, International Federation of Endodontics Association, for the first time after 20 years. She was invited to deliver the G.B. Black Oration Lecture at the 37th ISCDE National Conference at Bhopal in 2022. She was the convention convener for a recently concluded PG convention at Kolhapur in March 2023. She has been invited to speak at various national and international conferences, and she has been a keynote presenter at various symposiums. She was awarded the Best Original Research Award for Quality, Originality and Significance of Research Article at International Congress IFA in 2021. Madam is the recipient of several healthcare awards, which includes 3 consecutive awards in the last 3 years. She has more than 65 publications to her credit, of which 38 are as the first author. She has contributed several chapters in textbook of endodontics. A renowned clinician and academician, she is also a director of the Lions Club of Mumbai. Please put your hands together and welcome the Dean Faculty, Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Professor Dr. Vibha Hegde. I would request Madam to please address this august gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
A very good morning and thank you very much for the very humble introduction. Distinguished guest on the dais, chief guest of today's function, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Shri Milind Nikum Sir, our President of the Rangunwala Association, Dental College and Hospital MCA Association, and the Chancellor of the PA Inamdar University, our very own Shri Inamdar Sir, Madam Abhida, the President and the Chancellor of the Government Institute, which Sir just mentioned me this morning. I think she's got recently inducted on this post, and that she deserved to be applauded for that. Principal Dr. Ramandip Dugal Madam, a very soft-hearted person who welcomed me here and was very keen that I should be coming here. It's my privilege, Madam, to honor your invitation and be here for this event. Vice Principal Dr. Sheikh, Shalika Sheikh, heads of the institutes, various departments and colleges, parents, students and my dear friends. It gives me immense pleasure to be present here today to grace this very joyous occasion, which is the culmination of your career, your professional career. And I had the opportunity to visit this institute in the month of Feb, when I came here for campaigning for my election. And I take this opportunity now that I have got elected on the post of the coveted post of MUHS as the Dean Faculty of Dentistry. I take this opportunity to thank all the faculty who have supported me and shown me all the love and affection. And here I would like to make a mention of Inamdar Sir, who has really given me a lot of courage during the visit when I went to see him during that time. Sir, thank you so much for supporting me immensely. Our Pro-Chancellor, Shri Milind Nikum Sir, is a man of action, a man of few words, but a man of action. I am very fortunate to have his support and his guidance at the university. A very knowledgeable person who believes in reaching out to all the academic needs of all the institutions, of all the institutions, as well as I think so many institutions have various problems. He has been very helpful to all of them and believes in giving and not suppressing. That is a great quality, I would say. So thank you to receive this opportunity, and I think it's a very good philosophy which each one of us should imbibe in our lives, as to help others. Because when you help, you reciprocate in a very positive way. So that should be how it is. And Madam, thank you so much, a very soft-hearted person, very caring, and all throughout, when I was traveling yesterday from Nasik we had a blueprint workshop in our university, which we were all at and hands-on, and then I traveled from there. All through she was very caring and took meticulous efforts to see that I am comfortable. Thank you, Madam, thank you so much for that. And I think so even the students here are very comfortable with Madam. She looks to be very soft and good with the students as well. A teacher who reaches out to all the students. And my friends here in the audience who are also a part of my faculty, there is Dr. Samir, then Zubairi ma'am was with me in the board of studies. I had opportunity to work with her. Chudawala sir is my husband's contemporary department of periodontics. I have known you, sir, more through him than personally, so I have known of lot of your activities. And Department of Conservative Dentistry and Endodontics at Rangunwala College is a department which has been spoken of in very high regards. And this is because of the vision of Inamdar sir, who is a visionary in education, and his thoughts resonate with giving more of academic support to all the students here, and he wants the best in quality education. And that I saw that the Department of Conservative Dentistry with their laser center, and pioneered by the immense efforts and work of Dr. Vivek Hegde, Dr. Samir Jadhav and Dr. Lisha. These are all illustrious people which in my association also are equally performing and delivering and trying to reach out to all the students. So you are all very fortunate to have their expertise which is reaching out to you, and I think that is a standard which every education setup should be there in any institution. And to all the graduates here, I heartily congratulate you. And graduation is nothing but the beginning of many new accomplishments in your life. And the first and foremost credit goes to your parents and to all your mentors who are the true connoisseurs of this journey. So they play a very important role in your lives, and they have sacrificed every bit of it. And I was truly impressed by the philosophy that every girl child should be educated well, and it is nothing but I call the woman empowerment. And here I can see that the Inamdar family is a woman empowered empire which caters to the needs of everyone, and it is and they are achieving it with sir's tremendous efforts. And that is a very good initiative from any management to see that their students get the best. And now all these students who are going to graduate here are going to diversify into various fields. Some will go into, some of the students will want to go and practice, some want to go and join, diversify into other fields as well. Nowadays we see that students want to go into civil services. I have a lot of our interns and our students who are wanting to go and join the civil services, who want to do business administration, MBA. Some of you will go into observership, some of you will go into clinical practice. But irrespective of whatever the field you are choosing, my only suggestion to all of you would be, you should all have a goal and you should all have a focus. Because if you lose the focus, then you will end up nowhere. So sit back and retrospect and try to figure out what, and you are all the Gen Next. The Gen Next students are the smart students, I would say. You definitely know what you want and you know what you don't want, isn't it? Yes. So eliminate all that you don't want and what you want. Just focus on that. And those are the dreams that we all chase and we should all keep chasing. And you don't really have to do big things to reach where you are. You can do small things. Even small things that we do, they add to your bucket of success. So it keeps filling the bucket of your success and you will not realize that you have learned. And a true epitome of that journey is your Shri Ananda sir himself. As he explained his journey, he came from very small beginnings, from a very small start, and today where he is, it is because of all the small efforts that he put, the vision that he had. And I urge all of the students, this should be an example for all of you to take in your journey. So these are all these stalwarts who can be a big inspiration in your life, and all of you should try to look at them and inspire yourselves and get motivated to do the best. And we are into a profession where we are looked upon as the Messiah, isn't it? Messiah of health. So all your patients are looking at you they're looking at you like as a noble a person belonging to, and they look up to you as doctors, as a noble profession. So it is very important for you not to be very careless. You can't be laxed in your work. There are a lot of legalities nowadays which are associated with any negligence. So one must take good care to see that you don't adopt to any shortcut methods. No jugadu, don't do jugadus. Jugadu methods chalta hai, shortcut hai. No, please don't do that. Not at least we healthcare professionals can't play with human lives, and that should not be done. And the biggest asset that each one of us can have in our life as doctors is your experience. Believe me, it is the richest asset that you as doctors will be able to earn. There is nothing else for doctors that will matter, but it is your sole experience that can reach out to all the patient strata in a very good way. So try to invest every bit of it in gathering that experience and see that it reaches out to the society at large. And what I would like to say lastly is that hard work, passion, integrity and consistency in what you are doing. One has to be consistent in whatever you do. It takes a long time, but in the end you reach where you have to. So try to be consistent in everything that you do. And don't do it because you have to influence others or you have to make others happy. Do it for yourself. At the end of the day, it is very important to make each one of us feel gratified, and that can come only if you maintain the integrity within yourselves. And in the words of Thomas Edison, what he said is that a genius is one who invests 1% in inspiration and there is 99% perspiration. So with these thoughts, I resonate to these thoughts, and with this I wish once again good luck to all the students and hope you all rise in your lives with flying colors. Thank you for the patient hearing. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. We acknowledge your unwavering support and commitment to our mission. And we are honored to have an endodontic stalwart like you grace this occasion, who as a mentor has touched the lives of so many endodontists. And one live example is me standing here in front of you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you once again for honoring this invitation to grace this occasion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor to introduce a person of great significance and influence in our institution. An ever-smiling, truly inspiring, dynamic educationist and a leader and a pioneer in the field of women's education, our beloved Mrs. Abida Inamdar ma'am. To provide us with a glimpse into the remarkable life and contributions of our Vice President, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Salil Lene, a professor in the Department of Orthodontics, who will introduce our beloved Vice Principal. Over to you, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, teaching staff of Rangunwala Dental College, graduating students and their proud parents, it's my honor and privilege to introduce Mrs. Abeda Inamdar ma'am. Mrs. Abeda Inamdar ma'am completed her MCom from Pune University and appeared for the Indian Administrative Services and was selected as an Executive Officer, Central Excise and Customs. After serving there, in 1981, she resigned the central government services and joined her husband, Mr. Inamdar's business, that is Ahura Builders, as a managing partner. Mrs. Inamdar has active participation in educational work and has various responsibilities in different organizations like member, Committee of Girls Education, National Commission of Minority Education Institution, New Delhi, Senate member Swami Ramananda Tirtha Marathwada University, Nanded, Managing Trustee and Past President Pune Women's Council, Vice President University Women's Association, Vice President P.A. Inamdar Educational Trust and Maharashtra Medical Education and Research Center, Pune. She is a Vice President Maharashtra Cosmopolitan Education Society, which has a 30 institution and with more than 26,000 students. Ma'am has a keen interest in education, particularly in women's education. For this reason, she has donated a huge amount for the establishing Abeda Inamdar Junior and Senior College, where at present 10,000 girls are taking education in arts, science, commerce and computer facility. Recently, the government of Maharashtra has awarded the Savitri Bai Phule Award as a recognition for her services in the field of women's education. Ma'am, you are an inspiration for all of us and no better role model for the graduating student as an educationist, philanthropist, woman empowerment mover, social activist, medical visionary and woman with the principles. One of ma'am's famous quote I would like to share with you. Ma'am said, I quote, "If
Guest of today's function, Dr. Milind Nikum, Dr. Vibha Hegde, the President of today's function, Dr. P.A. Inamdar, Chancellor, Dr. P.A. Inamdar University, Dr. Raman Duggal, Dr. Sheikh, other teaching staff, heads of the department, non-teaching staff, dear parents, and my dear, smart, talented, techno-savvy students of M.A. Rangunwala College of Dental Sciences. First of all, congratulations to all the students who are passing and who are getting degrees. Now you'll put Dr. So-and-so. So I'm really proud of you. You had the potential, you have proved yourself, and now you will be doing the best in your profession wherever you go. I also congratulate, मैं तमाम जो वालिदैन है, जो सरपरस्त है, उनको मैं मुबारकबाद देती हूँ. आपकी इसार और कुर्बानी की वजह से बच्चों ने यहाँ ये पोजीशन हासिल की है और आपके ख्वाबों की उन्होंने ताबीर की है. तो मैं आपको भी मुबारकबाद देती हूँ कि आज का जो कुछ फंक्शन है वो आपकी वजह से है और आपने जो ख्वाब देखा था वो उसकी ताबीर आज आप देख रहे हो. मैं तमाम, I also congratulate all the teaching staff. Because of this thing, they got the academic excellence and they are, some of them, they are gold medalists. They are also topping the list in the university at MUHS Nasik. And our alumni are there all over the world. They are doing the best. So really you deserve the congratulations for your services, your dedication, your commitment. I congratulate the captain of the ship. I always say Dr. Raman Duggal, because she is managing the various departments, the various people of various philosophies, and I know I really congratulate her for doing this work for last so many years and bringing laurels to the institute and also to Azam campus. Azam campus, you know, it's an environment friendly campus. It is the inclusive campus, and here we have multi-faculty. If you want to have the law college is there. If you want to learn about the chemistry and microbiology, we have the college. We also have the pharmacy college. So it is multi-faculty campus. It is also the campus where the technology is there, and the impact of that technology you can see everywhere in the entire campus. Pune is the Deccan, is the queen of Deccan, and also Oxford of the East, it is said. So in Pune, this Azam campus is known, and if you have taken admission and completed your course, you have really enjoyed, and I know, I'm sure, all the students, you have enjoyed your stay, your academic journey, and now you will be out. You will see the real society. So I request all the students to be very sincere and read. They say readers are leaders. So read online, offline, whatever the academic this thing is there, and also other knowledgeable books and the journals are there. So you will get knowledge, and knowledge is the power where you will always be the leader. Another thing I always feel that you should always take your patient as a patient, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, region, sex, anything. Because a patient, if he comes or if she comes, you treat them with your best knowledge, with your best equipment, and with your best technology, so that he or she gets relieved, and that's the service you can do. And as they said, Dr. Milind Nikum, he has the philosophy, मराठीमध्ये असं सांगतात की मानसाने मानसाशी मानसा समवागणे. मला वाटतं की हे त्यांचं ते फिलॉसॉफी आहे, आणि ती फिलॉसॉफी आपण नेहमी ते आपल्या जीवनात त्याचं अवलंबन करावे, आणि पुढच्या जीवनात त्यांची जी फिलॉसॉफी आहे त्यावर आपण नेहमी ते चालावे असं मला वाटतं. आणि आज ते आदर्श आपल्या समोर आलेले आहेत. मी त्यांचे आभार मानते. आणि आमच्या कॅम्पसमध्ये आम्ही नेहमी असं सांगत असतो की बाकी जे काही चाललेलं आहे, जे काय सोसायटी किंवा यामध्ये पॉलिटिक्समध्ये चालले, त्याच्यावर आपण नजर न ठेवता आपली जी फिलॉसॉफी आहे, सी द फिलॉसॉफी ऑफ इंडियन कल्चर इज living together, unity in diversity, and we should contribute whatever we can do. Each individual has that capacity, and God has given you to do something to bring change in the society, and that you can do. And students, I always say, tu shaheen hai parwaaz kaam tera, तेरे सामने आसमां और भी है, सितारों से आगे जहां और भी है, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी है. जहां भी आप जाओ दुनिया में, जहाँ भी आप जाओगे, अपना नाम रोशन करेंगे, अपने पेरेंट्स का नाम रोशन करेंगे, इस कैंपस का नाम रोशन करेंगे, पूना और इस मुल्क का भी आप नाम रोशन करेंगे. मुझे यकीन है कि आपके जो कुछ अमाल, आपके जो किरदार, जो डीड्स आप करोगे, उसकी वजह से दुनिया में आप अमन और शांति का पैगाम देंगे. और यही हमारी फिलॉसफी रही है, और यही मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप जहाँ जाएं आप खुश रहें, आबाद रहें. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As ma'am rightly said that readers are leaders, but I think everyone here would agree with me that this leader has created many more leaders in this university, and we are truly thankful to you, ma'am, for your constant support and inspiration. So with this, it's now time for the valedictorian speeches. Our accomplished graduates are ready to share their thoughts, experiences, and hopes for the future as they bid farewell to this chapter of their lives. May I now invite Dr. Rashmi Hegde to take the stage and guide us through this important segment of our ceremony. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisha. A valedictorian is the one who has generally excelled in every aspect of college life, be it curricular, co-curricular, and generally has something known as the highest GPA scores. So, highest academic ranks and achievements, overall success, and a farewell note as they bid adieu. We now invite our academic toppers and members of the Student Council to come forth for the valedictorian speeches. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome our first valedictorian, Mohsin AV, that is Mohsin Wagjepurwala, who has been the Cultural Secretary and the academic topper of the May batch.
Good morning to one and all present here, dignitaries on the dais, respected teaching staff members, proud parents, and most importantly, you, the graduating batch of 2023. We have come a long way, individually and as a batch. I can't help but think how lucky we are to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Graduation का दिन है, सब यार साथ है, दिल खुश तो बहुत है, ना जाने ये मन क्यों उदास है। पढ़ाई की रातों में, मैगी और बातों में कई रास्ते हिले, 5 साल तो सह गए, पर अब लग रहा है जाने हम फिर कब मिले। From being batch of 2018 to graduates 2023, guys, we have come a long way. Today is the day of gratitude, a day to express our heartfelt appreciation to all those who have played a pivotal role in shaping us into the individuals we are today. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to take a moment to extend our deepest thanks to the most significant influences in our lives. First and foremost, we owe an immeasurable debt of gratitude to our parents, the unsung heroes in our journey. To my mother and to all the mothers in the audience, we want to acknowledge the countless sacrifices you have made for us. You are a pillar of strength, and we are deeply grateful for everything you have done to help us reach this momentous occasion. To my father and all the fathers in this audience, you have worked tirelessly to provide for us, and today you stand here in the crowd with pride and tears in your eyes as your sons and daughters fulfill their dreams of becoming Dr. Saab. Your quiet strength and support have been a driving force in our journey, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I would like to offer a special thank to my sister, who has been not only a sibling but also a second mother, a best friend, and at times a friendly advisory. To my fiancé, your unwavering support, encouragement, and love have been my strength throughout the journey. Thank you for being there through thick and thins. I extend my gratitude to Shri Dr. P. Inamdar Sir and Mrs. Abida Inamdar Ma'am for heading this wonderful institution, which was our home for 5 years, for having the vision and taking this institute to greater heights. I will miss Sir saying, जो इवेंट करना है करो, बस अच्छे से करना. So I hope we have reached your expectations, sir. To Dr. Ramandeep Dugal ma'am for sailing us through our problems and listening to all our concerns with patience, including our unnecessary protests outside your office. I apologize for everything. Thanks for being the most humble principal any institute could ever have. Ma'am, we all will miss your sweet Punjabi accent. To Dr. Salika Sheikh ma'am for always knowing and doing what's the best for us. To Dr. Ajit Koshi and Dr. Judy Koshi ma'am, thank you for treating me as if I were your very own, and that sense of belonging is something I treasure immensely. I'll always be your Jason sir. To Dr. J.B. Gade sir for being my mentor and inspiring me to take up oral surgery for my future. To our cultural head, Dr. Rashmi Hegde ma'am, your versatility and expertise across diverse roles from being an exceptional academician to a skilled clinician, have truly been a revelation. Your ability to effortlessly blend these roles while maintaining excellence in each is nothing short of extraordinary. To Dr. Vivek Hegde sir, your mentorship has instilled in me the belief that any challenge or obstacles can be overcome with determination and perseverance. To the sports head, Dr. Rahul Kale sir, for always giving me the opportunity to represent the college in all the sports events. To all the staff members for always supporting us and helping us to be a good doctor and moreover a good person. To my co-cultural secretary फैज खान, जिसका आवाज पूरे कॉलेज में गूंजता है. जाने दो, अब ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा, नहीं तो यहां भी झगड़ने आ जाएगा. I will miss our silly fights. Thanks for always being there. No event would have been possible without you. To the Research Secretary Mubashira Sheikh, your contributions have made a meaningful impact on our research journey. To the Sports Secretaries Omkar and Sanskruti, ये टाइम बहुत कम झगड़े हुए स्पोर्ट्स वर्सेस कल्चरल्स में. To all my homies, I am grateful to have you all in my life. Hope you excel in life. To my juniors, who are like my family, especially Uzair and Numa, all committee members for helping us throughout the journey. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying, समुंदर ना हो तो कश्ती किस काम की, मजाक ना हो तो मस्ती किस काम की, दोस्तों के लिए तो कुर्बान है ये जिंदगी, दोस्त ना हो तो जिंदगी किस काम की. Thank you all, and signing off as the Culture Secretary 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohsin. Our next valedictorian, Faiz Sajid Khan, Academic Ranker 3 and Joint Cultural Secretary. Welcome, Faiz.
Good afternoon, dignitaries on the dais, respected HODs, teaching staff members, proud parents, and most important, batch of 2018. Congratulations, we did it. Today marks the achievement of a milestone in our journey, but remember, a milestone never shows the distance. We have already traveled. It always shows the distance to be traveled. I would request all my batchmates to close their eyes and reflect back on the journey of 5 years. कोई मेरी carving करके देगा क्या? How's the जोश? First years. वाह, चलो अब कोरोना ने वेकेशन दिला दी. कितनी % अटेंडेंस है? इस बार चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी हमारी होगी. हो भी गई. गाइस, अपने बैच की यूनिटी दिखाओ. औरतों के वायस कोई बना के देगा क्या? छोटे छोटे कुछ पलों का दास्तां ये, ना जाने क्यों अब लग रहा है जाना माना ये. कहा करते थे कितनी मुश्किल से 5 साल सह गया, पर अब लग रहा है शायद कुछ अधूरा सा रह गया. अनकही काफ़ी बातें रह गईं, वो ट्रिप्स और कैंटीन की बातें रह गईं. As I woke up today, I asked myself, how do I feel? Do I feel happy? Do I feel sad? Or perhaps do I feel relaxed? But predominantly, I felt hopeful. Today, a batch of 120 young men and women are becoming doctors and beginning a journey with lifetime of promises, excellence, commitment and service. कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा कि खुश हो जाए खुदा. Alhamdulillah for everything I have, for everything I had and for everything I will have. Today is a day of shukran to all those who have played a pivotal role in these 5 years. Thank you is such a small word to describe the hardships and sacrifices my father, Mr. Sajid Khan, has done to make me stand here today. I still remember how before every result declaration, I would run back home to see my results in my mother's presence. कुछ तो दुआ तुम्हारी माँ ने भी की होगी कि आज तुम इस मुकाम पर खड़े हो. My grandmother would always mention her wish to see someone become a doctor in her family. लो बन गया. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest and guest of honor for gracing this ceremony with their presence. My love, respect and duas to our President Sir and Vice President Ma'am who gave us MARDC as an alma mater. Sir used to always stop by when we would be doing some work and always praise and give us some new ideas to continue with it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. To our principal, Dr. Ramandeep Dugal ma'am, I accept today that I have troubled you a lot. A lot. But that one sentence, "Tujhe to वापस यहाँ ही आना है," is like the pen virus gave to Rancho. To the closest to my heart and my dearest Dr. Koshi sir, thank you for being the beacon of light and helping me sail through these 5 years. His invaluable support made me feel that I could overcome any issue. Dr. Vivek Hegde sir, I will always remember your ever smiling face, personality and commitment to your work. To Dr. Rashmi Hegde ma'am, the definition of perfection and all-rounder I would rather say. Someone who I've seen from the last 5 years working tirelessly to fulfill her commitments. I will miss your 4s, 7s and 9s. You have successfully made an impulsive phase into an acceptable calm self. I cannot express how grateful I am to have you stand for me and with me through all the difficult times. Dr. Salika Sheikh ma'am, Dr. Zubairi ma'am and Dr. Almas ma'am, your presence will always be appreciated and valued in my life. Dr. Judy ma'am, Dr. Neetu ma'am, my basic sciences staff members, my clinical sciences staff members, I hope you're all proud of us. You taught us lessons in life, medicine and dentistry. To Dr. Yusuf Chunawala sir, who has pushed me to do better, more better in clinical and research activities. And to Dr. Farah ma'am, your support and blessings are valued and appreciated. My speech would be incomplete without the mention of Mohsin Avi, my cultural secretary, our cultural secretary, my confidant and the person whom I adore, but I never express. To my fam jam, you all made these 5 years bearable. Sadaf, Mehreet, Agdash, Shiza, Ulfat, Simran, Mehak, Shaista, Sahina, Mehwish, Farhan and Momin. To all the juniors that became my family, Faizan, Naushad, Muntazim Fardeen, Akib, Kamil, Uzair, Bilal, Numa, Fareen, Zara and Iram. I'm sorry, but my lovely non-teaching staff members, शुक्रिया आप सबका जिन्होंने ये मुश्किल 5 साल आसान बनाए. And in concluding, the plaster to my Paris, the wax to my teeth arrangement. Thank you, Saqib Khan. You have been there for me. You will always be there for me when the days will get darker. Dr. Amir Khan, my favorite critic and the back I always had to fall on. Rifa Ansari, my advisor and the one who is always there, though silently. कहना तो बहुत कुछ है, मगर सिर्फ एक बात से डर लगता है कि हम अजनबी ना बन जाए दोस्त. तो जिंदगी में मिलने की फरियाद करते रहना और मिल ना सके तो कम से कम याद करते रहना. अब तो चलते हैं मैं कशे से मीर, फिर मिलेंगे घर खुदा लाया. Thank you. May our futures be filled with success, happiness and fulfillment. Signing off as the Joint Cultural Secretary for the academic year 2023.
Thank you, Faiz. Our next valedictorian, Omkar Prabhu, Academic Ranker 2 and Sports Secretary for the year.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Chief Guests, our Principal, Dr. Ramandeep Dugal Ma'am, our Vice Principal, Dr. Salika Sheikh Ma'am, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course, the incredible class of 2023. Today we gather here to celebrate a significant milestone in our lives, our graduation from the College of Dentistry. As we do these caps and gowns, we reflect on the years of hard work that we have brought to us this moment. Our journey through dental college has been nothing short of remarkable. We have endured countless late nights of studying, perfected our precision with dental instruments, and developed a deep understanding of oral health. But beyond the technical skills, we have learned the invaluable life lessons along the way. In the field of dentistry, we discovered the true meaning of empathy. We have witnessed patient fears, anxiety. We have been there to reassure and comfort them. We have seen smiles transformed and with them lives changed for better. This profession has taught us the power of compassion, kindness, and ability to make a positive impact on the lives of others. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude to my family members, my friends, especially Dr. Asif Mullah, Dr. Ashraf Inamdar, Dr. Arbaz Sheikh, Dr. Pranita Kale, Dr. Batul Nimachwala, Dr. Ruksar, and my beloved seniors, Dr. Harun Mulani and Dr. Varad Deshpande. My mentor, Dr. Rahul Kale sir. Without their unwavering encouragement and support, I wouldn't have been here today. Let us all thank our dedicated faculties, non-teaching staffs, who have imparted the knowledge and help, wisdom to us. Thanking you, signing off as the Sports Secretary for the year 2023, Dr. Omkar Prabhu.
Thank you, Omkar. Our last valedictorian, Mubashira Sheikh, Research Secretary. She will also be proceeding with the release of our annual magazine titled Odyssey, Navigating College Life.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, heads of departments, staff members, parents, and my beloved colleagues. Today, I, Mubashira Sheikh, Research Secretary and Head of Magazine Committee, stand before you with a heart brimming with gratitude and a profound sense of accomplishment as we gather to celebrate our graduation and the release of our college magazine Odyssey. As we reflect on the past 5 years, my heart swells with indescribable emotions. These years have been a mosaic of experiences, a mix of trials and victories, and the nurturing of friendships that will endure a lifetime. Before I continue, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to Shri Dr. P.A. Inamdar Sir, a beacon of inspiration whose unwavering commitment to excellence has always guided us to reach for the stars and hold our heads high. We are deeply grateful to Mrs. Abida Inamdar ma'am, whose tireless dedication to advancing the cause of female education has opened doors to countless aspiring minds. I'd like to express my heartfelt appreciation to our principal, Dr. Ramandeep Duggal ma'am, for her unwavering support towards her students, and our vice principal, Dr. Salika Sheikh, for her dedication to her students. I must also extend my heartfelt gratitude and respect to the exceptional Dr. Rashmi Hegde, whose micromanagement behind the scenes ensures that everything runs seamlessly. To our dedicated and nurturing teachers, you have been our guiding lights, imparting knowledge, wisdom, and values that extend far beyond the classroom. And to all the proud parents, this day is proof of how much you've supported and believed in your children. Your sacrifices, your encouragement, and your love have brought us to this very moment. As your children stand here, they carry your dreams, and you carry our profound respect and gratitude. Before I proceed further, I must take a moment to acknowledge my own source of inspiration, my mother, and my beloved Sarfaraz Chachu. Your guidance and support, especially in the absence of my father, whom I miss dearly, have been my driving force. It has been a challenging journey, but we have persisted, reached this milestone together. In my role as the Research Secretary for this year, I have had the privilege of creating the annual college magazine 2023, The Odyssey. The name itself meaning a long, adventurous journey. It mirrors our college experience. What truly sets Odyssey apart is that every aspect, every single page, right from its vibrant graphics to its tiniest pixel, has been meticulously crafted by our exceptionally talented magazine committee without the assistance of any professional editors. This magazine is an entirely in-house production. In an era where traditional paper print often gets defeated by digital supremacy, we have tried to build a bridge between these two worlds by integrating QR codes. Within the pages of Odyssey, you'll discover a fountain of inspiration for your future in dentistry. I'd also like to give a shout out to Zaid Chaudhary and Sara Ansari for their innovative idea and execution of the yearbook. So, as we stand at the threshold of new beginnings, let us remember the journey that has brought us here, our personal odysseys. Together, we embark on a new odyssey, one filled with promise, purpose, and the potential. Thank you.
We now move on to some special awards and a felicitation. However, before that, I request the interns to be seated in their own positions and get ready for the memento distribution ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, each year we follow a tradition of felicitating graduating students with excellence in curricular and co-curricular activities, and based on overall merit, we cannot move ahead without acknowledging few students who had valuable contribution during their tenure. Our first award is an award of merit for academic achievements, and this goes to Dr. Omkar Prabhu for second rank in overall merit and being a subject topper in few of the final year subjects. A student with a polite demeanor, he served as sports secretary with many new program establishments in his tenure. Congratulations, Omkar. Next, we have the Award of Merit for Highest Attendance. Dr. Shruti Agarwal, who aced the attendance sheet record with her punctuality and dedicated attendance throughout her entire academic tenure. Congratulations, Shruti. Next, the Award of Merit for Overall Proficiency. Faiz Sajid Khan, Joint Cultural Secretary, consistent academic ranker in second or third position always, a robust personality with a prowess for research and scientific presentations. He has a creative edge and organizational skills and an innate ability to take on tasks on behalf of others and work endlessly towards achieving goals. Congratulations, Faiz. And last but not the least, we have an award for the best outgoing student. Any guesses? The award goes to Dr. Mohsin Wagjepurwala, Cultural Secretary, Head of Student Council, overall academic rank number 1. Popularly known as Mohsin AV, he befits this title aptly. He is a true blend of excellence in academics with university ranks, a dedicated sportsman with several awards, an avid photographer, a congenial person with leadership virtues, and he held together his back and the entire council with cohesiveness and calm, using mean measures to ensure unity, a rare finding in most of the batches. He also won a rare title of the maximum user of the library. So that speaks for his academic achievements. So ladies and gentlemen, a true example of the prototype of an ideal student. That's Mosi Navy. Congratulations. A special and proud moment for the Institute as they felicitate our senior staff members. One of them, unfortunately, Dr. Muglikar could not make it today, but we have Dr. Prinsinder Thind ma'am. She had a long tenure of 22 years in this institute, right from the formative years. We duly felicitate and express our deepest gratitude to ma'am on her retirement in recognition of her dedicated service and unwavering commitment to the institute. Welcome, ma'am. The next section that we are eagerly awaiting, this is the moment we work for, the most awaited moment, a moment of gratification as they witness the momentous occasion as their beloved ones will walk through the stage with pride after being called doctors for the very first time. I call upon the graduating batch of interns to line up for accepting their mementos. In the meanwhile, I request them to please come on stage. A loud, very loud round of applause for our very own dear Thind ma'am. Ma'am, you will be dearly missed. I now call upon Mr. Zohaib Sheikh Nag and Ms. Numa Sarang to take over the proceedings for the distribution of certificates and mementos.
Thank you, ma'am. I request the graduating students to line up for the distribution. Dr. Ruqayya Abbasi, daughter of Mr. Qaid Johar Abbasi and Dr. Alefia Abbasi. Dr. Afreen Rizvi, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Askandar and Mrs. Zeenat Aman. Dr. Uzma Tabassum, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Mushtaq and Ms. Nazma Parveen. Dr. Sufyan Ansari, son of Mr. Akhlaq Ahmad and Mrs. Salma Banu. Dr. Musharat Ansari, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Mukim Ansari and Mrs. Nazneen Parveen. Dr. Nehan Shakil Ansari, daughter of Dr. Shakil Ahmad Ansari and Mrs. Farzana Shakil Ansari. Dr. Rifa Ansari, daughter of Mr. Khurshid Alam Ansari and Mrs. Anjum Ansari. Dr. Sara Ansari, daughter of Mr. Ishtiyaq Ahmad Ansari and Mrs. Parveen Ansari. Dr. Tuba Ansari, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Shakir Ansari and Mrs. Najma Ansari. Dr. Asna Ahmad Ahmad, daughter of Mr. Altaf Ahmad and Mrs. Kausar Begum. Dr. Asna. Dr. Aisha Zareen Rahman, daughter of Mr. Hifzur Rahman and Mrs. Shabina Sultana. Dr. Rehan Bagwan, son of Mr. Riyaz Bagwan and Mrs. Noorjahan Bagwan. Dr. Zainab Barajia, daughter of Mr. Farooq Barajia and Mrs. Mehrun Nisa Barajia. Dr. Taskeen Birazdar, daughter of Mr. Mehboob Birazdar and Mrs. Raisa Birazdar. Dr. Sophia Chaudhary, daughter of Mr. Jameel Chaudhary and Mrs. Kaisar Chaudhary. Dr. Muhammad Zaid Chaudhary, son of Mr. Muhammad Sami Chaudhary and Mrs. Shamimun Nisa Chaudhary. Dr. Shamoil Dabia, son of Mr. Burhani Dabia and Mrs. Tasneem Dabia. Dr. Shaista Daulatabad, daughter of Mr. Riyaz Daulatabad and Mrs. Rizwana Daulatabad. Dr. Akib Javed, son of Mr. Abdul Mateen and Mrs. Rizwana. Dr. Akib Javed, son of Mr. Abdul Mateen and Mrs. Rizwana. Dr. Fiza Deshmukh, daughter of Mr. Liaquat Deshmukh and Mrs. Najma Deshmukh. Dr. Ismail Dila, son of Mr. Ejaz Yaqub Dila and Mrs. Afsana Ejaz Dila. Dr. Shiza Farooqi, daughter of Mr. Altaf Farooqi and Mrs. Shamshad Farooqi. Dr. Fatima Basrai, daughter of Mr. Ali Basrai and Mrs. Rashida Basrai. Dr. Jnaneshwari Harnawal, daughter of Mr. Vishnu Harnawad and Mrs. Kaveri Harnawad. Dr. Ashraf Inamdar, son of Mr. Jahangir Inamdar and Mrs. Aisha Jahangir Inamdar. Dr. Hafiza Jamadar, daughter of Mr. Raj Ahmad Jamadar and Mrs. Shehnaz Raj Ahmad Jamadar. Dr. Juwairiya Inamdar, daughter of Mr. Arif Yusuf Inamdar and Mrs. Meenaz Arif Inamdar. Dr. Alfia Kadri, daughter of Mr. Fareed Kadri and Mrs. Fauzia Kadri. Dr. Mehwish Kadri, daughter of Mr. Sayyid Dawood Ali Kadri and Mrs. Mumtaz Dawood Kadri. Dr. Pranita Kale, daughter of Mr. Nilkant Rao Kale and Mrs. Sharda Kale. Dr. Anushri Kandhare, daughter of Mr. Umesh Kandhare and Mrs. Vaishali Kandhare. Dr. Saleha Kazi, daughter of Mr. Ishtiyaq Ali Kazi and Mrs. Asiya Kazi. Dr. Afia Khan, daughter of Mr. Abdul Jalil and Mrs. Tahira Khan. Dr. Alia Saman Khan, daughter of Mr. Riyazullah Khan and Mrs. Rashida Tanveer. Dr. Faiz Sajid Khan, son of Mr. Sajid Khan and Mrs. Zeba Khan. Dr. Khan Maryam Mohammad Zahir, daughter of Mr. Mohammad Zahir Khan and Mrs. Maimun Nisa Khan. Dr. Khan Muhammad Farhan, son of Mr. Zubair Ahmad and Mrs. Razia Zubair Ahmad. Dr. Khan Naushad Ahmad, son of Mr. Abdul Khalik Khan and Mrs. Saira Khan. Dr. Saqib Khan, son of Mr. Parvez Alam Khan and Mrs. Rashida Khan.
When you are done, 40.
Khan, daughter of Mr. Javed Abdul Sattar Khan and Mrs. Hasina Javed Khan. Dr. Tanveer Khan, daughter of Mr. Mohammad Naseem Khan and Mrs. Noorja Khan. Dr. Khan Tarannum, daughter of Mr. Ayub Khan and Mrs. Rukhsana Khatun. Dr. Tazeen Khatib, daughter of Dr. Hafizuddin Burhan Khatib and Dr. Shabana Hafizuddin Khatib. Dr. Nilofar Logde, Tazeen. Dr. Nilofar Logde, daughter of Mr. Ashfaq Logde and Mrs. Mehronisa Logde. Dr. Zohra Mahat, daughter of Mr. Salim Mahat and Mrs. Naseem Mahat. Dr. Aisha Makandar, daughter of Mr. Rafiq Makandar and Mrs. Munira Makandar. Dr. Mehak Daruwala, daughter of Mrs. Farha Daruwala and Mr. Asif Daruwala. Dr. Mobin Fezul Rahman, son of Mr. Mubinur Rahman and Mrs. Shabina Banu. Dr. Ikra Momin, daughter of Mr. Zakir Hussain Momin and Mrs. Sabiya Momin. Dr. Sahina Mondal, daughter of Mr. Nasir Mondal and Mrs. Nazma Mondal. Dr. Asif Mullah, son of Mr. Chand Mullah and Mrs. Jabin Chand Mullah. Dr. Misbah Musani, daughter of Mr. Arif Adam Musani and Mrs. Yasmin Arif Musani. Dr. Aisha Mutwalli, daughter of Mr. Javed Hussain Mutwalli and Mrs. Hajra Javed Mutwalli. Nagotkar, daughter of Mr. Ramesh Nagotkar and Mrs. Vandana Nagotkar. Dr. Asma Naik, daughter of Mr. Rafiq Mohammed Naik and Mrs. Sabiha Naik. Dr. Sanya Naikwadi, daughter of Dr. Syed Naikwadi and Mrs. Parveen Naikwadi. Dr. Nasreen Banu Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Kalimulli Shah and Mrs. Rukhsana Shah. Dr. Batul Nimachwala, daughter of Mr. Shabir Nimachwala and Mrs. Fatima Nimachwala. Dr. Omkar Prabhu, son of Mr. Chandrakant Prabhu and Mrs. Bharti Chandrakant Prabhu. Dr. Benazir Patel, daughter of Dr. Abdul Wahid Patel and Dr. Aziza Patel. Dr. Huzaifa Patel, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Zakriya Patel and Mrs. Razia Patel. Dr. Samia Pathan, daughter of Mr. Asif Ahmed Pathan and Mrs. Anisa Pathan. Dr. Umama Pathan, daughter of Mr. Zubair Pathan and Mrs. Nilofar Pathan. Dr. Ashia Pilikandlu, daughter of Mr. Nazir Pilikandlu and Mrs. Faiza Pilikandlu. Dr. Rukhsar Pirzadeh, daughter of Mr. Muhammad Hanif Pirzadeh and Mrs. Samina Pirzadeh. Dr. Rahmani Nida Shahwar Sheikh, daughter of Dr. Sheikh Shafiqur Rahman and Mrs. S.M. Sultana. Dr. Shere Banu Rampuri, daughter of Mr. Abbas Rampuri and Mrs. Nafisa Rampuri. daughter of Mr. Hakim Ali Khan and Mrs. Fehmida Khan. Dr. Sadaf Sayyed, daughter of Mr. Sajid Sayyed Ali and Mrs. Nazma Sayyed. Dr. Tahura Masroor Sayyed, daughter of Mr. Sayyed Salimuddin and Mrs. Hajra Parveen. Dr. Al-Misbah Sayyed, daughter of Dr. Mujahid Sayyed and Mrs. Hanifa Sayyed. Dr. Aqsa Sayyed, daughter of Mr. Sameer Sayyed and Mrs. Zareen Sayyed. Dr. Arzu Sayyed, daughter of Mr. Salim Sayyed and Mrs. Rehana Sayyed. Dr. Ulfat Zehra Sayyed, daughter of Mr. Ache Hussain Sayyed and Mrs. Rizwana Sayyed. Dr. Shah Sana Khatun, daughter of Mr. Riyaz Ahmad and Mrs. Shafiqul Shah. Dr. Agdas Sheikh, son of Mr. Rashid Sheikh and Mrs. Nausheen Sheikh. Dr. Arbaz Sheikh, son of Mr. Nasir Sheikh and Mrs. Rizwana B. Sheikh. Dr. Asma Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Ashfaq Sheikh and Mrs. Aisha Sheikh. Dr. Qadri Alam Sheikh, son of Mr. Shafiqul Sheikh and Mrs. Abida Sheikh.
Dr. Mehreen Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Ashfaq Sheikh and Mrs. Nilofer Sheikh. Dr. Mujib Sheikh, son of Mr. Mehboob Sheikh and Mrs. Saliman Sheikh. Dr. Nadeem Sheikh, son of Mr. Sultan Sheikh and Mrs. Shahnaz Sheikh. Dr. Neha Sheikh, daughter of PSI Mr. Niyaz Fazluddin Sheikh and Mrs. Rizwana Sheikh. Dr. Sadia Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Zahir Bashir Sheikh and Mrs. Ruhi Sheikh. Dr. Sabah Sheikh, daughter of Dr. Shafiuddin Sheikh and Mrs. Tabassum Sheikh. Dr. Sadaf Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Javed Alam Sheikh and Mrs. Shahida Khatun Sheikh. Dr. Safura Fatima Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Akhil Sheikh and Mrs. Samina Sheikh. Dr. Sana Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Alamgir Sheikh and Mrs. Nasreen Sheikh. Dr. Sana Sheikh, daughter of Dr. Pir Muhammad Sheikh and Mrs. Naseem Sheikh. Dr. Zara Kashyap, daughter of Mr. Sheikh Irfanuddin and Mrs. Jalisa Iqbal Sheikh. Dr. Mubashira Sheikh, daughter of Mr. Shahnawaz Sheikh and Mrs. Nauzia Sheikh. Dr. Shruti Agarwal, daughter of Mr. Sudhir Agarwal and Mrs. Swati Agarwal. Dr. Arhama Naz Siddiqui, daughter of Mr. Salim Shehzad Siddiqui and Mrs. Irfana Siddiqui. Dr. Musfira Sonalkar, daughter of Mr. Siddiq Sonalkar and Mrs. Shahida Sonalkar. Dr. Sanskruti Sonkamble, daughter of Dr. Dhanpal Sonkamble and Mrs. Sharmila Sonkamble. Dr. Saida Amara Nahari, daughter of Mr. Sayyid Kamruddin Nahari and Mrs. Aisha Yasmin Nahari. Dr. Natasha Tamboli, daughter of Dr. Afrash Tamboli and Mrs. Reshma Tamboli.
Dr. Mohsin Wakchipurwala, son of Mr. Ahmad Wakchipurwala and Mrs. Uzma Wakchipurwala. Dr. Sahil Vijapuri, son of Mr. Sikandar Vijapuri and Mrs. Tanuja Vijapuri. Dr. Masira Attar, daughter of Mr. Jahangir Attar and Mrs. Safia Attar. Dr. Sheikh Sana Kausar, daughter of Mr. Sheikh Muhammad Saleh and Mrs. Sheikh Bibi Khatun. Dr. Naufil Ansari, son of Dr. Kafil Ansari and Mrs. Nasima Ansari. Dr. Ammara Hamdani, daughter of Mr. Ayaz Ahmad Hamdani and Dr. Humaira Hamdani. Dr. Nazia Khan, daughter of Mr. Nurul Huda Khan and Mrs. Rubina Khan. Dr. Mohammad Tawheed Farooqi, son of Dr. Ziauddin Farooqi and Mrs. Saida Basirat Parveen. Dr. Momin Abdullah, son of Mr. Shafiqur Rahman and Mrs. Rizwana. Dr. Kainat Patel, daughter of Mr. Mustafa Patel and Mrs. Tabassum Patel. Ma'am, idhar se. Dr. Ehtisham Shah, son of Mr. Mushtaq Ahmad and Mrs. Shagufta Ahmad. Dr. Arjuman Tazim, daughter of Mr. Chan Pasa Yashin Sheikh and Mrs. Tazim Sheikh. Dr. Shagufta Siddiqui, daughter of Dr. Zairul Haq Siddiqui and Mrs. Nilofar Siddiqui. I'm there still. Dr. Munazzir Mir, daughter of Miss Aisha Begum. Dr. Tehreem Ansari, daughter of Mr. Rizwan Ansari and Dr. Shabana Ansari. Dr. Chaudhry Uzma Parveen, daughter of Mr. Chaudhry Muhammad Tahir and Mrs. Rehana Parveen. Dr. Mrunal Gaikwad, daughter of Dr. Manoj Gaikwad and Mrs. Bhageshri Gaikwad. Dr. Ishaq Siddiqui, son of Dr. Akhlaq Ahmad Siddiqui and Mrs. Rabia Siddiqui. We also have 3 externs from other colleges who have completed their internship tenure in our college. I now announce their names. Dr. Dhriti Garde, daughter of Dr. Janardhan Garde and Dr. Shruti Garde. Dr. Dipali Chavan, daughter of Mr. Balasar Chavan and Ms. Sunita Chavan. Dr. Shaili Kajale, daughter of Mr. Anil Kajale and Mrs. Vaishali Kajale. Ansari. Dr. Sara Ansari. Dr. Musharat Ansari. Dr. Rukaya Abbasi. We will be now starting with the oath ceremony. Everyone is requested to line up. We are starting with the oath ceremony. Dr.
Do no harm, as said by Hippocrates, father of medicine. I call upon the interns to take their positions for undertaking the Hippocratic oath. The oath, in its original form in Greek, is the earliest expression of binding covenant of medical ethics in the Western world, which include confidentiality and non-maleficence, and requires a new physician to swear by a number of healing gods.
फिर मिलेंगे कर खुदा लाया।
छुपा के रखे हैं हमने वो दिन, गुल्लक में बड़ी चवन्नी।